Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 27 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. And here we are today. It is the end of the second season, looking to finish in a mid-table position. We're 13th right now, and we finished off the last episode in 13th, if I remember correctly as well. But we played through a lot of games, and I thought it was going to be a very disappointing finish to the season, getting a lot of losses and draws, no wins in that period. You can see there, even though the games were close, another goal we could have scored, and yeah, maybe we could have won a couple games and maybe drew a couple of the losses. But moving on from those now, as I was experimenting a little bit, I was playing some younger guys like Regions and that to see if they can improve, and playing some guys to see if they can perform, if I'm going to keep them on next season. But then we were able to beat the top two teams in the league, so that was very impressive for myself. Even I did make some tactical changes. As you can see, the familiarity is just unaccomplished. As I mentioned previously, I created a new 4-4-2 from scratch, really. So maybe the player's getting used to it now, and you can see with those two results, Worcester, they're in first, easily. They've got that automatic promotion, and then also Tamworth away from home were able to win 2-1, and they're second. They've got that position as well. Obviously still have to play in the playoffs, but we beat two of the best teams this season, so I was impressed with that. So I was thinking before those two games, I was maybe considering I may have to change my tactic going to the second season, or the next season, I mean, with this tactic, to use it for a second season. As first season, I was just experimenting as well. But we did manage to come back. It definitely wasn't what you might have thought. 3-2, maybe you thought we were winning. But Worcester were winning up until the 72nd minute, and then we scored 3 from the 73rd minute to 87th. So it was really impressive. I'll just show you our goal so you can see the comeback. So Jerome Wright, he came on and he did make the impact. You see the ball coming through there to Wolfenden, put into Collins. Very good save by Helm, but then Wright, he's another guy I'm not even sure I'll keep on. See, that's his first goal of the season. Obviously probably playing a wing position, sometimes left back. But again, probably someone we'll let go of. Henry Collins, of course, he's coming along very well. Some news on him as well. Ratchy put that in, and he scores from a corner, actually. Ratchy had a good game as well. Very good game. And the following one, he's a solid player. A solid player for us. See, he got 8 rating. Excellent. Got an assist there. Then Jack Phillips to win it. And it wasn't just a simple goal. Just take a look at this. You can see him in space there outside of the box. First time as well from the throw-in from Minahan. Another guy who's been improving. That's what I mean. We have all these younger guys coming along. You take Wright out of it, but Collins and Phillips are two of them, and Minahan as well. And Andrew Fox, another left back. But yeah, Henry Collins, obviously very young. He's 17 and actually signed a new contract. I want to get him a contract because, again, I always see like other people do series like this and they have regions at this level, and bigger teams make offers, and you surely think Henry Collins has to be under that kind of label where a big team will come in for him because he's smashing in goals at the lower level. Have to wait and see, though. And then Jack Phillips, who's 23, we signed him on a new contract as well. And just back on that for a second, with Henry Collins, I gave him an extra year on his contract for a couple years because I want him to have a big contract, because if someone's going to come in a team, I want the offer to be as much as possible in terms of the money. And of course, he's this level, no doubt. You can see with the goals he smashes in. So that was that game. Excellent. And the game I just played right now against Tamworth, we did well to also win it. And guess who came up? Henry Collins. He got the first goal of the game, but then they equalised shortly after, but then he was able to get the winner. He's too good, really. Craig Linfield did well to get an assist in the game, and also Danny Ratchie, again, had a great game without getting an assist or a goal. So we'll see Collins' goals. The first one, early, 11th minute. Kerr has been doing really well at centre-back. Talk about one of the young guys we want to use. But look at that finish by Collins. He still had to do a lot there. The goalkeeper, probably would have thought he could have saved that, but that was a really good finish. And I want to talk about Stuart Kerr before I forget it. He's been on great form, actually. He's had some really great games. Against Kettering, What's that? Look at those great ratings, a 7.7 and a 7.4. So he showed signs. So maybe, yeah, he's a guy with a little bit of potential. He showed that in his game time, the games he's played anyway. But yeah, Henry Collins, that winning goal, he played it to Ratchie to Linfield, and he found Malbon. Great. That's a great passing goal. That looks really impressive, doesn't it? I feel if we can be a bit more consistent, do that a bit more regularly, and defend properly for the most part, we can be a team that's vying for promotion. Like, we show this great spells of football, but unfortunately, it's not as regular as I would like. But that's the way it goes. So I think that's rounding up mostly everything I talk about Henry Collins. I was going to show you how he turns professional. So hopefully, he can be a great player for us, but secretly in the back of my mind, I hope he turns into one of those players that, people get, like a regen at this level, and bigger teams, they make like an offer of at least $1 million. Like, we get $1 million, then we can build our club from there. Even though our overall balance is not too bad for a club of this level, but we can only hope for that to happen, or for him to help us get promoted. But also, we would like someone like Stuart Kerr to be a Collins of the defenders, to help us not concede so many. But we'll go into the final game of today, and I was thinking about this in my head. If I'm not able, if I don't think I'm able to get better players in next season, or just if I don't, not even if I think I can or not, I'll play through the transfers after I do this for the start of the next season, season 3. But if I can't actually get better players in, if better players don't want to come in, I can't see us getting promoted. You know what I mean? Sure, we can have these guys. This is a young team. Only can get better. Alex Bear, can we click on information so I don't have to click on it? He's 23. Sam Minahan, 23. Stuart Kerr, that's the region, a bit younger, 17. And then you got Joe Kearns, 20. He can improve. Luke Higham, I'm just getting excited here, 20 years old. And then there's Tom Brown, still, he doesn't do amazing. I guess he plays a role for the team. He's only 22. Jack Phillips, 23. Andrew Fox, 23. Wolfenden's a bit older. Henry Collins, he's 17. And you can really see that kind of pattern. And Jolly's only on loan. Now, Malbon, he's 25, so a little bit older, probably won't improve majorly, but you can always see a starting 11 of that. And a young, target man type in Duncan Greenwood. But you can see that developing, can't you, in the team? So that's what I'm talking about here before I get into the game. Obviously, if I can't get better players, I'm going to have to rely on these guys to continue to develop, and maybe have to go down that route. Because I was thinking in my head, if I can't actually get better players, I feel it would be really, really hard. It'll be like maybe another couple seasons of not getting promoted. And sure, you can have good tactics and everything like that, but if better players don't want to come to your team, you can only do so much. If you're like a newly promoted team, it's very hard to get promoted with that. Sure, people probably have. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm even considering that in my head. If I can't sign better players, and that's not because of my ability to find them, I feel I'm pretty good at finding the players. Like, you search by attributes and you search for the best potential players. It's simple as that. But if better players don't want to join your club, there's only so much you can do. So I was thinking in my head, that's what the point of me talking about it here. It was like, I feel if I can't do that, if better players don't want to come, I feel it may be pointless. It'll be a waste of time, or I'll just be disappointed. Like, I can't improve the squad just basically because better players don't want to come. So that's just what I wanted to talk about to you guys. If we cannot get better players in, I feel it'll just be the same story over and over for this season and the next season, because we have the money in the bank. We have like 2K, around 2 to 3K. It was 3K before I made some new signings of like contracts with Collins and a few others on new contracts. But I'm not using that. Sure, I'd want to use that money, but better players don't want to join. Trust me, I searched for a while, sometimes an hour or so, but I can't find anyone better than we already have. So if you have any tips to find anyone, but I guess I can't really say, because I search by attributes and technically they're the best players available. You know what I mean? You search for like the best technically gifted players, search passing, crossing, all of that. So yeah, I search for the best players. Ooh, good chance there. Almost scored. And yeah, the best players available, at least in terms of attributes. I know some people say search for roles as well, but I want to be having a really good team, because we do have the money really to utilize and make more signings. So just leave your thoughts anyway. What would your interest be? Oh, look at that. See, we're playing some great stuff right now. Wolfenden. I've had the question, should we keep him on? Because he hasn't smashed in goals, and then he comes up in this final test game I have for him. And he's an interesting one, because he can play that second striker role when playing as an attacking midfielder, like the attacking midfield position. But I said Fox, one of those guys, like you see 23-year-olds, they're not really young players, but they're not old. That's what I mean. They can still only get better as players, even though not majorly. But sure, they can only progress. Do you think if we stick with those guys, like I mentioned before we got into the game, could that be a team, like the majority of the starting 11, if they gradually improve, would that team be good enough to gain promotion? Because right now our squad quality is not enough for promotion. Like, I feel our tactic has been good. We've played good football even when we've struggled to win games. If we lost, I think we've played to the best of our ability. In some games we've lost and drawn. It's just because the player quality is lacking. But we've had, like, I've felt we've played, like, I'm happy. I'm not even disappointed. I'll say don't get complacent out there because we've got to stress Jack Phillips. I'll just say calmly, there's a lot more to come from you. And I believe you, I wasn't sure if that will change that reaction. But, I'm really, no doubt, I'm excited with this team. I'm really enjoying this save. I'm just wondering if you will get bored of it if I don't get promoted next season and even the season after. Like, because there's only so much I can do. I'll still play it without a doubt. But would you get a bit bored if I'm not getting promoted? Like, I don't mind. I'm enjoying this save. I've really gotten into it. Because I'm finished second season, going to my third season already. Like some of you would say, oh, that's a lot for me already getting into the third season. Because I just like to play a lot of games generally, but I've changed it up, and third season going into already. You got to get excited for that. But look at that, Fox. What a game he is playing. Henry Collins, it's just not his day today, so we're going to bring on Malbon, and we'll see if he can do something. I do want to sign him on a new contract, because his contract is expiring at the end of the season, as I thought he looked like he had nice attributes. Like, that's what I want to talk about, the attributes anyway. Like, when I wanted to search for a striker, this guy was basically the one with the highest finishing. There was a couple others, like, with 14 finishing, but the rest of attributes are like crap. Because when you search for finishing, that's the only attribute that matters. But then the rest were really low. But he was the best balanced player, you know what I mean, with decent attributes. And I look at him, he's pretty decent, but he's not like a world beater for this division. So, a bit interesting. Tom Brown going to come off. We'll bring on Danny Ratchie. He'll come on as advanced playmaker support. That's his best role, as you would know. So we'll make those couple of changes so we can hold on. Because going into the next season, if we can hold on here, this means we've won the last 3 games. We've won 3 games in a row. That's great form going to the next season, but there's going to be probably a turnover of players. So you got to keep that in mind as well. And 2 of the teams, like before this game, team first and the team second, we beat them. So it's hard. It's really hard because I'm surprised I beat those teams. I'm really surprised. And one of them, we had to come back from 2-0 to win it late. We got like 3 goals in the last 18 minutes or something like that. So it's a bit of an interesting one. Because I didn't feel I dominated that game again until the past 15 minutes or so. Who I would take off? Oh, Andrew Fox. Killer game. I don't want to take anyone off. You don't always have to make a C. You either bring on a centre-back, but I don't want to change the defence. My defender, we haven't conceded, so there's no point. And you got Njoli, and you got Andrew Fox there, who's more of the defensive type as a winger. So, sometimes you don't have to make the subs, and that's going to be the case here. But we will say assertively and say tighten up. Wouldn't it just be so weird if we concede now? Like, if there's a highlight right away and we concede. That would be funny. Because we've defended well for the whole game. Haven't really looked like conceding. I feel we have been the better team. It's been an even game for the most part, but I feel we've been better. You can see that in the ratings of some players. 3 players above a 7 rating, and they've got only 1. So you can see that comparison there. But again, what a good game. Of course, we only scored the 1. Sometimes that's all you need. We defended strongly and didn't concede a goal. I'm really happy with that. Now, Wolfenden, maybe a late opportunity. Linfield, finish it off. Can we finish it off? No. Tyson just collects from the cross there, but it looks like that's going to be the last piece of action of this game and of this season, and we're going to finish in front of the supporters on an amazing note with the 3 points, 1-0, and I'll look to see if we will actually move up. I'll say passionately, that was a nice victory. Obviously, it's not something to get so excited about in terms of like smashing teams, like an amazing performance. That wasn't the case at all, but it was a strong game. And Andrew, I really like this guy. We signed this season, not at the start of the season though, a bit later in the season, and he's been really impressive. That's what I mean, guys. I need more players with these kind of attributes. That's really well-rounded. I need that around the whole team. But yeah, it's very rare that those players become available. We get a guy like that in every single position. That's kind of what we need. Someone of that quality in each position. And I'm not just saying that because he got the man of the match here or player of the match. It's not just this. He got it 4 times this season, and 4 assists and 2 goals from left mid. So playing a very good role for us. And also Jack Phillips, he's a type like him as well with those attributes. I need a whole starting 11 of this kind of quality because our defenders and stuff maybe not that kind of level. Hopefully you get my comparisons there. But we do finish in the 13th position where we were predicted by the media. So it wasn't an underachieving season, and the board just expected us to avoid relegation. But the media maybe expected a bit more from us because we finished a bit higher last season. But again, last season I felt we were more inconsistent. We were either losing games or winning games. And usually the winning games came towards the end of the season. We went on a good run. But this season we were able to draw more games. And we lost less than last season, so I take a lot out of that. But yes, we do finish on a very good note. So guys, I just continued one more day, and I feel this is a suitable time to finish off this season and this episode with our initial budgets for the following season. So you can see the board have set the initial wage budget for the coming season at 8.25k per week, and transfer budget at 105k, so we can put a lot of that into the wage. I'm very excited. So yeah, like our wage budget stayed the same. That didn't increase at all, so I'm not sure if we'll get more or not, but we got given 105k, but yeah, I'm not obviously going to use that, so put it all into the wage, and we'll see how much we are going to have. We'll go there. We got 4.6. I'd like to think we would have a bit more. I don't know, like I feel as though that's not so much to do. That's not a major amount, but yeah, we have to deal with that. And that's another thing as well. If they don't give us more, and those are the initial budgets anyway. Generally, you do get more when you officially go into next season. That's why they're called the initial budgets. But hopefully do get a bit more because if amazing players do become available, we have to do that. I thought we would have got a lot more because we did have a decent amount. We had like a 2k and a bit. I thought they could have added a bit more on it. But again, I won't complain about it. But what I said before remains true. If I'm not able to get players that will improve the team, again, more types like Andrew Fox and Jack Phillips. I wouldn't say Henry Collins. Even Henry Collins, I think he's performing above his ability. That's basically because of the potential he has. He's basically got the pace and the finishing and composure. That's why he can score. But still, his average rating remains at 6.88. But 6.88. Sometimes people say I say it wrong, but I'm just reading the numbers it says. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But leave your thoughts anyway. Would you like to see a third season, even though if it ends up I don't improve the team so much? Just leave your feedback. If you would like to see a third season, if you'd like to see it soon as well, drop a like on the video to support this series as well. Definitely if you want to see it going, make sure to drop a like on the video. Leave a comment as well on your thoughts on the season and potential or how the players have performed, certain players and maybe players you think I should let go of. But that will be it for now. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to be updated when I upload new videos. And I'll see you guys in the very next one.